Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuznuz here, and today's video is going to be another moneymaker, and it's going to be a mid-level money-making guide. Now this guide will be targeted towards players that have stats like the 60 to 75 range, and I will be giving you guys 3 different types of moneymakers in this video, as is for all my money-making guides, because I like to give you guys some variety. And I also recently made a high-level money-making guide, so I thought it was only right that I do a mid-level one for you guys as well. So make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoy these moneymakers, and subscribe so you get my money-making videos right away. First, let's get into the first method. Alright, so the first method is going to be using Superglass make the lunar spell to turn buckets of sand and soda ash into molten glass. Now, if we look at the requirements for this method, you're going to need level 77 magic, and you'll also need lunar spells unlocked from the Lunar Diplomacy quest. You'll need a little GP and a few pieces of gear, but not too expensive, so pretty simple requirements. Now we're going to look at the gear and inventory. For gear, you're going to need an elemental battle staff. This is around 2 million GP, and it's going to save you a ton of money while using the spell. You will also benefit from a rune pouch if you can afford it to put your astral runes in. However, it's not needed, as you can just make 13 glass per inventory instead of 14 while using the rune pouch, and the rune pouch will give you like 5% more speeds, but like I said, it's not needed. So for your inventory, you'll want 14 soda ash and 14 buckets of sand in there, and make a preset. So basically, you'll want to get the buckets of sand and soda ash off the GE, and you'll want to make sure that you have 2 astral runes per cast you will be doing. So then after you have all your supplies, you'll want to put the Superglass make spell on your 1 keybind, and then you'll want to save your preset to the first preset. Then what you'll do is you'll hit the 1 key twice, click on the bank, and repeat. So basically you'll click the 1 key to withdraw your preset, click 1 to Superglass make, and then click on the bank and repeat. You can get a really fast rhythm doing this, and I was surprised how I managed to cast 190 casts in around 6 minutes, or 1900 casts per hour, which is 25,000 plus molten glass per hour. Now keep in mind, you also get extra molten glass sometimes, and on average you'll get around 1.3 to 1.4 molten glass per soda ash and bucket of sand. So if we look at what I made, I did 2500 ash and sand combos in 6 minutes. This ended up making me 3248 molten glass, and I got an extra 748 molten glass from doing that. So in total, the molten glass that I made was worth about 2 million GP, and yes, it did instant sell on the GE for this price. Now we spent about 900k on the supplies, so this brings our total profit to 1.1 mil in 6 minutes, or over 10 million GP per hour, which is insanely good for these mid-level requirements. It also won't take you that long to buy the supplies either, because the buy limit is pretty high at 10k of each on the GE, so you should be able to get a decent amount of supplies in not too long of time. I was really surprised with this method, and I recommend that everyone here give it a try if you need some quick cash. Alright, so moving on, the next method is going to be crafting, enchanting, and stringing Botanist amulets. Now for this method, you're going to need level 34 crafting and level 27 magic. However, level 80 magic can be used if you want some more magic XP to go along with this method, but it is not needed. Now, Family Crest Quest is required to have silver bars in your metal bank. So for the gear and inventory, you won't need any gear, but for your inventory setup, you'll want 28 cut jades for crafting the amulets at a furnace. and then you'll also need silver bars in your metal bank. Then for the second step, which is stringing your amulets, you'll want either to use the string jewelry spell for a more AFK option, or have 14 balls of wool and 14 amulets in your inventory. And finally, for enchanting, you'll want cosmic runes either in your inventory or a rune pouch, and then a full inventory of amulets. Now, to do this method, I went to the Port Phasmates furnace, but the Edgeville furnace also works well, or any furnace close to a bank. You'll first want to do the first step, which is to smelt your jade into jade amulets unstrung. After you do this, you can either string jewelry with the lunar spell, or you can bank the amulets and use the balls of wool on them to string them that way. After you string your amulets, you'll then want to enchant your strung amulets into Botanist amulets. It's as easy as that. You'll need some cosmic runes for enchanting and an elemental staff. I found this method not too bad, and most of it was AFK, especially smithing and stringing. For supplies, of course, you'll need silver bars, cut jades, cosmic runes, and then either astral runes for stringing using the spell, or balls of wool. So honestly, this method was not too bad, and like I said, it was pretty AFK. I think I would AFK for around a minute for, smelting things, and then 30 seconds or so for enchanting, so pretty AFK. Now, if we look at our profit, I ended up fully making 200 amulets in around 15 minutes. This comes out to around 1.45 million GP, and I spent around 550k on supplies, so 900k profit in 15 minutes, or about 3.5 mil to 4 mil an hour, depending on the attention you're paying. I feel like this method is good for someone looking to do some semi-AFK methods, and it's actually some decent magic XP if you're using lunar spells and string jewelry. Now, the nice thing is, if you decide to not use the string jewelry spell, then the requirements for this method are very, very low, and you're only needing stats in the 30s and a little bit of cash, so it's definitely worth trying out. Alright, so our final method is going to be making Toadflax potions unfinished with the Scroll of Cleansing. Now for this method, you'll need level 49 Herblore and Dungeoneering, and also very important, you must have the Scroll of Cleansing unlocked. You will also need a decent amount of cash, anywhere from 10 million GP to 30 million GP. Now for your inventory, you'll want to have 14 vials of water and 14 clean Toadflax. This is basically all you'll need to buy is the clean Toadflax and vials of water before you start. So to do this method, you'll want to go to a world to find portable wells to use. You can just look on the world list, and there are worlds that say portable skilling, and that works great. You can buy portable wells, however it'll cut into your profit a bit. The Combat Academy and the portable skilling worlds are a great place to go. So after this, all you'll want to do is create unfinished potions on the portable well. Now the Scroll of Cleansing and portable well are going to give you a chance to make extra potions, make potions faster, and the Scroll of Cleansing is going to save your herbs. So this is how you're going to make your profit. It's honestly really easy, and it didn't take me too much time at all, and I feel like this is a really good method. So after doing all this, looking at our profit, after 13 minutes of making these potions, I made 586 unfinished potions, getting an extra 86 from the Scroll of Cleansing and the portable well. So I spent 5.9 mil or so in supplies, and I got 6.9 million GP back from the potions. This comes out to around 1.1 million GP profit in 13 minutes, or around 4.8 to 5.5 million GP per hour, depending on the GE prices of the Toadflax and potions. And honestly, this was a pretty easy method with not that bad requirements at all. This is honestly another great method, and feel free to experiment with other herbs and just other types of unfinished potions, because you might find ones that are better profit than this, or, you know, I mean, obviously there will be some that are less profit, but, you know, you can really experiment with these. It just depends on your herb lore level and how much money you have. But make sure to check the GE prices and make sure you're going to profit before you buy the supplies. So that's gonna do it for today's video. If this video helped you guys out, make sure to smash the like button for your old boy Nuz, and subscribe, because 80% of you aren't subscribed. So hit that subscribe button for me right now, and I'll love you forever, I promise. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.